Hey honey, I got that stuff you needed. Oh, great. What a big pain in my buttholes. Am I right? Huh? Get it? As you can see, all of these are broken. This one's hung on a little bit. It's bent though. And if you'll notice, you can see how there's like a ring sort of behind. This is our second set. We've replaced all of them with different ones. Look at how thin that is. Thin aluminum piece of crap. I'm tired of the crap. So, you know what that means. We're going to make one. And I'm not gonna use crap. I'm gonna use a nice thick piece of wood and some heavy duty hardware. Duty. And I'm also gonna try and make it beautiful. So come along with me as I make my, I think, first piece of functional art. Okay. Very entertaining, Bobby. Ow! You deserved that. Anyways, I have this slab of walnut, which was actually left over from the epic frame video I made. It is a beautiful piece of wood, and I have plenty to cut the piece from. So that's the next thing we will do. Using a skilled saw, I skillfully cut a rectangular shape, because
square, the shape of evil.
Then whipping out the planer, I planed it to a little over an inch thick. Now before we start carving, we're gonna need to figure out the design we're going to carve. I found one I liked on the internet, and after modifying it slightly, I printed it out the size I wanted the finished piece to be. Now the way we're gonna transfer that design onto the wood is by using some graphite transfer paper. It's really simple to use. You just slap it down and then put the design over it, then trace over the whole thing using a pencil. Once done, I peeled everything off, and now I'm left with a nice and contrasty transfer that we can then follow. Pay attention! As you can probably guess, the next thing we're gonna do is the thing we're gonna do next, and that is on our way, go pick up something cool. That was called Malignancy by Bobby Duke. The reason I'm going on a side quest to the FedEx shipping facility is to pick up a very special package. One that contains life. Much excite. All right, let's see what it looks like. Oh, let's see here, look. Look down in there, look at the little face.
Hi, buddy.
It's Kaiju. Kaiju is an Argus monitor lizard. Hey. They are native to Australia and New Guinea. And besides being the most intelligent reptiles on the planet, monitors are also mildly venomous. They're also exceedingly adorable. I'm sleepy. Let him warm up. All right, back to the project. Pay attention! Anywhere there's like a little cross-hatched line, that is going to be recessed about a ½ an inch. Well, because that's as deep as my router bit goes.
That's what she said. Another good one! You're on fire!
Now, when routing as deep as I'm going, you're gonna wanna make a couple of different passes so you don't break the bit by going in too deep all at once.
Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Oh my God.
As you can see, we've got all the routering done, but now we need to get rid of all this wood on this side of the line, and I've been thinking how I was gonna do that. Normally, well, I would use the scroll saw, and I am going to use the scroll saw.
as you can see, we've got that edge done. Oh, now we need to carve.
But first, I've been having some feelings of anxiety and inadequacy, which is why this video is sponsored by BetterHelp. And apparently I'm not alone, because with spring comes allergies, a renewed obsession with bonsai, and lesser known, it's the season where anxiety often peaks. Mainly because there's a lot of personal changes to routines happening due to the longer days. You got spring cleaning, fitness goals. You may also be experiencing some FOMO from like influencers, friends, and family posting the living your best life and vacation photos constantly. Can give you feelings of inadequacy. If this resonates with you at all, BetterHelp can connect you with a therapist who can provide support. 69% of BetterHelp members report improved anxiety symptoms after just 6 weeks. Also, BetterHelp carefully makes sure their therapists are well qualified and their customer support team is there to reach out to if you have any questions. BetterHelp is by far my preferred way of receiving therapy, mainly because of how convenient it is. Just fill out a questionnaire, get matched in a couple of days, then sit your butt down and have a full-blown therapy session right in your living room. Let BetterHelp help you rule your anxiety so it doesn't rule you. So please click the link in the description, or you can go to betterhelp.com/BobbyDukeArts and get 10% off your first month of therapy. I'm gonna use a combination of chisels, and also I've got a bunch of carving burrs over there for my rotary carver. I think I'm just gonna start in the center because that looks like the easiest. And then we're just gonna carve wherever else I decide to carve next. So we're gonna do that next, okay. To get this starty-farted, I first selected one of my gouges that has roughly the same degree of curve as the area of the pattern I'm about to carve. I then cut down and then back in up to that cut. And basically you repeat that process over and over and over and over and over and over to relieve the high areas of the pattern. Relieving just means you remove the area around the higher area to make the higher area look higher around that area. It's so simple. Now, using another gouge, I'm gonna scoop out the inside of this swoopy-doop thing, and to more or less finish up the rough carving on this center portion, I'm gonna round over this oval doohickey. So, I'm basically gonna carve this entire thing using just a few different principles and cutting techniques. Well, that wasn't too bad. So as you can see, we've got the middle section pretty much done. Just need to do a little more refining and sanding and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this. And as you saw, you basically just get a chisel. So like this curve, we'd find a chisel that sort of matches here, and then just hack down and then hack over, and kind of like we did with the knife carving video. This is gonna be the high spot. This is gonna be scooped out deeper and deeper as you go closer to this edge. And yeah, we're just gonna keep on going all the way down until we get to here. And then we're gonna do the same on the other side. And that's carving. Okay. Really, when you break down any carving to its basic elements, it's not as difficult as it looks. Because as the saying goes, if you want to eat an elephant, you just need to sit back, relax, and watch me art. He's like, hey. Oh, I think he's gonna poop. Oh, he just pooped.
It pooped?
He just pooped.
Hey, poopy.
He's wiped his butt. Good job. Holy shit-taki mushrooms. Look at that. We've got that half done. Right there. Now we gotta do the right side. Oh, but I'm not gonna use tools.
Oh no.
I'm going to use my mind head. to do with my hands. It's working! No! No! Wow, that was way easier. I should have done that with this half. Now that that's done and we got all the carving pretty much knocked out, the next thing to do is we gotta feed the tortoises. And now that that's done, obviously we gotta sand all this business, which is my favorite part. Not. But you know what? It's super boring. You just rub stuff on it and then it gets smooth. So let's jump ahead. By the way, do you like my hander pants? Wow. That was so much easier to just jump cut to the future and it's already sanded. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to drill the holes for the actual coat hanger doohickeys. Then we're gonna coat it with this black walnut Danish oil. And while I do that, I wanna let you know that I will be going to Makers Central in the UK in May. So if you want to see me and come say hi, you should go down to the description where you'll find a link to get tickets. Also, besides me and other YouTube makers, there's going to be a buttload of British people. Seriously, it would be great to meet you guys. So the reason I'm wiping on the Danish oil is to really accentuate the grain and bring it out to make it look juicy and delicious. Block diet. Okay. Okay, now that it's okay. It is dry. It's been 3 days drying. Gosh, I'm impatient. Anyways, you have to let this stuff dry thoroughly before you put any kind of top coat on it. And the top coat I'm using is Deft Satin Lacquer because it has just enough gloss to make it look refined. Then we're going to put the hardware on, and now we're done.
Hey guys, it's finished.
Thanks for watching, Dukeys. Also to those who pre-ordered a knife kit, I assure you they will be shipping out very soon. Importing has just taken longer than anticipated due to the tariff shenanigans. I love you, and I hope you understand. Okay, bye.